And our Homer Center school visit today is going to be over the telephone with Homer Center High School Principal Jody Rainey. And good morning, Jody. You say we might be joined by some others here during the course of this time together?
Yep, I'm hoping that Mr. Stolars, our band director, will be able to join us here shortly.
Well, that'd be good. That'd be good because it's a pretty interesting and exciting topic, isn't it?
It is. We have a lot of, I think our music program has taken off in the last few years, and, one of the feathers in the cap for us would be that our indoor percussion and indoor color guard groups, and they have a pending trip coming up in the first week of May, heading to Wildwood, New Jersey, once again to represent our school at the percussion, the big percussion show up there that they held, that's held annually. Yeah,
well, that particular group, my goodness gracious, that I don't know of any other group that really has made a name for itself as quickly as the percussion group at Homer Center High School. That's some dedicated people working with some kids that are pretty excited about it.
I think I'd say all the time, it's almost like the James Brown. They're the hardest working group in show business, and they work so hard, so many hours, and the talent, and it's not only the talent that they have, and it's the talent that they have, but it's also just the presentation of the show itself. John this year has made, there's a video board that he's made out of like 5 TVs. It's very high tech, in addition to also their talent that they have as musicians.
Yeah, and their moms and dads at home probably get so tired of hearing the drum pounding.
Well, I think that's why they send them up here for a good portion of the day on Saturdays, so mom and dad don't have to listen.
Yeah, so they're practicing on Saturdays and after school, I assume?
Yeah, they practice, the percussion practices Tuesday and Thursday evenings, and then the color guard practices on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then they're into their season right now, so most Saturdays they have a show that they attend, and actually over the 14th of April, or the 13th, I'm sorry, we hosted a show here with 39 different units that performed here at Homer Center. So it was a great show, and I think even the parents support, the band booster support for the indoor percussion and color guard groups, along with our marching band and everything music related here at Homer Center, has just been fantastic. They put a lot of money, or they raise a lot of money, so our kids can have all kinds of opportunities. And we have a lot of kids that have moved on from Homer Center that are attending different universities and majoring in music and music education. And so we went from, when I first came here in 2008, frankly, our music program was struggling, our marching band especially. We were down at one point to 16 students, and now it's a large group, and a group of kids that put in a lot of time and effort and are very much committed to it and take a lot of pride in what they do, and they represent us so well. We're so proud of them.
Talking with Homer Center High School Principal Jody Rainey this morning. So the Wildwood trip is coming up when?
They'll be departing on May the 1st, and then the competition is over the weekend, the first weekend in May 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, it's next weekend. My goodness. Yeah. They're getting set to go.
And then their band concert, too. They were originally going to do their band concert this Sunday, the 28th, and just due to some other conflicts and things of that nature, we changed our band and choral concert for the high school students. Will be on May the 13th, a Monday night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they'll be coming back as champs by then.
Yeah, so they'll be coming off of that right into a concert for the community. So
yeah,
a lot of work that goes into both of those things, because they're two distinct animals, and so not only preparing for the show and their performance, but then also coming back and then preparing for a concert, which is much different than if you've never seen an indoor percussion performance. It's distinctly different.
Yeah. So you mentioned the fact that there's been a lot of fundraising going on to make sure that this trip happens, and any of those types of trips need that. Is there still an opportunity for folks if they want to give, or to give to any of the programs there at Homer Center?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that would be appreciated, I'm sure, because not only for this trip, I think that those funds have been secured, But I mean, this is something they do annually in fundraising for not only this opportunity, but some of the trips they've made to different, events, such as they went to Disney this year, or band and choral programs. But anybody that would like to help financially or otherwise, there's all kinds of jobs that could be done. They just need to get a hold of John Stolars, our band director, and he can certainly have that discussion on how people can help.
That sounds like a good plan. Good plan. All right, so what else is going on at the school district right now? Is it PSSA testing time yet?
PSSA, we're in the middle of that. We started right before Easter break, and that will go into next week as well. And then we come through that into our AP courses. We have the advanced placement exams. Then that's followed up by the state Keystone exams for our senior high kids. So we're in the midst of testing season, and our approach at Homer Center always has been is, I want our kids just to give their best effort. I'm interested in seeing their growth from test to test. And the other thing is, I think the way we instruct, we just, I think it's just what we do. Like I don't have the urge that I think that we have to get ready for the test as much as, if we're teaching kids, with proper strategies and teaching them the content that we would teach them in any other way. If we do those things, then the test is just something we've done numerous times throughout the year. They have to look at a prompt and respond to it. And so if we teach them how to write a clear prompt, a solid prompt, support it with evidence, then we do that all the time. And so that's what we trying to limit that test anxiety. This test is one snapshot in time. It's important for people who like to look at measurements and things of that nature, but I feel our kids give great effort on those. Our test results have been fairly strong in the recent years, and so we're just I don't try to put much pressure on the kids as much as just ask them to give their best.
Talking with Jody Rainey for just a couple of more moments, as we're already at 4 minutes before the top of the hour. In these closing moments, I'd like you to comment a little bit, if you would, on the vaping program that was held at Homer Center recently, and the reaction to it from the students themselves, because that's the main focus of a program such as this. And I know that you had a lot of really strong support for that program.
We did, and and I do. Vaping is an issue for every school, and I thought that our biggest take and our goal at Homer Center is that, educating not only our students but our parents. I do think that the biggest misnomer related to vaping is a lot of people view that as a more healthy alternative than to, say, chew tobacco or smoke tobacco. I don't hold that, after the information I've been able to look at and presented and listened to, that's not true. And so I think that, trying to just provide our students with that education, with the knowledge. We all have free will. That's one thing kids and adults both have. And, so in the presentation of the facts and right information, then we're hopeful that students will make, good choices. And so, that was presented, the factual information. And then also people who maybe have addiction or issues and do not want to smoke, chew, vape. There are great quality programs available in our community. And so just to try to give people that information and knowledge as well. I thought it went over very well. I know the Penns Manor School District is hosting a very similar one. I actually believe it's tonight. And so I believe it starts, I'm not sure if it starts at 6 or 7, but if anyone's out there listening that's interested, I know that the one at Penns Manor is also open to the entire county community, as ours was as well. So I would encourage people to go out and educate themselves. It's not a lecture. It's not people talking down to people. It's just trying to present information and facts that can help, not only parents have discussions with their kids, but it also just informs, and we can win these battles through education and knowledge.
Well, those are the kinds of things that need to be done. I want to thank you for joining us here this morning. Appreciate it very, very much.
Well, thanks, Todd, for taking us on the phone. Like I said, we have a lot of things. The last thing I just would like to remind, if I have a second, would be In the high school tomorrow, we are doing an intruder drill tomorrow in our high school. We've notified parents of such and things of that nature, and so just kind of reminder to any of our parents and our community that's listening that we'll be conducting a drill tomorrow, and so just wanted to kind of put that out as a reminder. We will be testing not only our communication systems, but also some of our response, protocols and things of that nature. So I don't want to cause panic and alarm in case some misinformation gets out there. So we will be conducting a drill tomorrow here at the high school, sometime tomorrow morning.
All right, very good. Appreciate that information too. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks. You have a good one, Todd.
You too. We'll see you.
All right, bye-bye.
There is Jody Rainey, the principal.